Welcome to race number 8 of 20 here from Force 13 Racing. We're going to be live and in color at the Talladega Superspeedway, home, of course, to the 2.66 mile tri-oval that is there, that has the fastest qualifying speed in NASCAR history and is known for all sorts of chaos. Let's go ahead and figure out what's going to happen there today. Of course, before we get to the track, let's go ahead and figure out who is not qualified for today's race. We've got a list of 8 drivers here for you. Chester Holmes, Finn Geyer, Brian Wood, Eris Sylvester, John Courier out for the second race in a row, David Tones, Game Davis, and Strat Becker, who finished 5th last week, heartbreakingly, was not able to catch the draft in time. He was 1 second away from being able to get a lap registered, but unfortunately, he crossed the finish line too late. It's all over. Strat went home. But now that pre-qualifying is out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the qualifying order for today's race. We're going to have on the pole 00 Jack Boucher with a speed of 199.032 miles an hour. A hell of a lap time, if you ask me, around this racetrack, as we go ahead and get ready to line them up. We've got Jack Boucher in the lead, Shriva Miraj Prasad in second, Victoria Pontius in third, Leighton Hall in fourth, Ryan Allen fifth, Jean-Michel Chung sixth, Ryan Sierra seventh, Thomas Schwent eighth, Ryan Leahy, the winner of Daytona, at 9th, and definitely the all-out favorite for today, and Timothy Ringo will round out the top 10. Ryan Knack, your points leader in the number 69 car, he is further back in the pack. Here's the command for today's race.
Drivers, start your engines.
As you could hear the engines fire off there, as you can see, Ryan Knack is stuck further back than he would like to be. In the 23rd position, so not exactly a very good place for him to be. Jack Boucher, though, he's looking to continue his good runs. As long as he's qualified, he's had some very good runs here in Force 13 Racing. He would like for those very good runs to continue. And hopefully they continue. 47 laps, 125 miles on the schedule for today's race. And we have problems for Ethan. Problems for Ethan as he's not able to get off the line properly. So already Ethan on pit road, not a good way to start. And we've got more problems potentially there for the 08 of Isaac Gomez, somebody who definitely does not need problems. Anyways, we're coming down to the line. And the green flag is out and we're underway from Talladega. And look at this, we're already going 3 wide for second. Didn't take long there. Leighton is going to be on the way back train. Caught out there without the draft. He's not going to be able to get the speed that he's going to want to be at in order to be able to put down a good lap time. Now, with qualifying speeds that were up and around the 199 mile an hour mark, I would expect race speeds to be getting close to 200 miles an hour. So it's going to be very interesting to see how fast these cars are actually able to get here. Now, it is known in NASCAR circles that 206 miles an hour is the danger zone in regards to these cars. Anything faster than that, and cars are known to get airborne at speeds of around that speed. So be very careful about that. So we can see here the top 3 have broken away just a little bit. We've got Jack Boucher still in the lead. Victoria Pontius is going to challenge that, though, here in turn 3. And here comes who I've got to say is the odds-on favorite for today's race, number 97, Ryan Leahy, trying to make it 3 wide to get to the point. Well, and that would be 5 points if he were to get there, although Victoria's going to cut down across the inside of the track. It's going to cut him right off. So Ryan Leahy Not going to be able to lead that lap, but he'll probably be able to get second as Ethan's finally able to fire up his car. He's going to come out onto the track 3 laps down. Dane is looking to take over the 3rd position. And here comes Daryl Manning down to the inside, trying to make it 3 wide, as we're starting to see the pack maybe start getting separated into 2 here. You can see 3 wide, a couple rows deep there. Ryan Leahy's going to try to take the lead here. Looks like that he's going to be able to get there. Ryan Leahy is there, so Leahy in the lead now. 18 of Daryl Manning in second, someone that needs a really good run as he's on the outside looking into the top 25. Devin Williams, another person that needs a solid run. He's right around the bubble. And how about the streak that these guys have been on? The number 88 crew of Jean-Michel Chung as we go to Bananas Cam here for the 88. These guys have been extremely impressive, finishing 6th, 1st, and 3rd in the past 3 races. These guys are absolutely on fire. Jean-Michel Chung, absolutely one of the guys to watch for today's race. This car comes screaming here off of turn 4. You'll see everyone flying by here. And just how some of the drivers have already gotten separated away from the pack. And we've got a couple of people also on pit road here early on. I'm not quite sure if this is in regards to an accident. Well, we have Hank Dulce, Leighton Holland, Nelson Mayer, Abdullah Almari, Jesse Powers, et al. Coming onto pit road. So, very interesting to say the least. Meanwhile, odds-on favorite Ryan Leahy looks like he's about to get unseated here for the lead by Daryl Manning. Daryl Manning trying to take the lead here. Jean-Michel Chung now moving into 3rd. Jean-Michel Chung looking on the inside of the 18 of Daryl Manning. Right there, right on the apron. Not exactly a good place to get a run off the corner. Chung's going to try to make it 3 wide going through the tri-oval. Will he be able to get the run? Here they come to the line. Ryan Leahy looking very strong there on the outside. We'll see how they decide to score it. Dead even coming to the line. They'll give it to Chung. 5 bonus points for Jean-Michel Chung there in the 88. And now you can see the knacker, Ryan Knack, your current points leader. He's looking for another solid run in his own right now in the 2nd position. But you can see here Parker Ellenberg, Cesar Gomez, they are coming down here hot on the inside lane. They are trying to get there. And Isaac Passett, someone who's very quietly had a very good season so far, currently 5th in points. This 44 team doing a fantastic job so far in regards to that. Parker Ellenberg will move into the 3rd position. Jean-Michel Chung maybe getting a little too far out here. You typically don't want to do that on plate courses, as the field will be able to run you right down. And take a look at this. Cesar's got a huge run here coming through turns 1 and 2. You got to imagine he's going to be able to put the move here going down the back straightaway. You could definitely see here Isaac Passett's able to get there. But Cesar's really not able to get a lot of momentum. He transferred it over to the 88 via the bump draft. And now they're going to go 3 wide through the corner as everyone's trying to get around the slow off-pace car of Hank Dulce. Among the group of cars that ended up pitting. Among them also is the 0 of Ryan Sierra, one of the 3 drivers that ended up having a top 5 streak going into this race. Back-to-back top 5 finishes. Now Jean-Michel Chung is way out here. And here comes a couple of buddies here with Tim Ringo and Shrivan Miraj Prasad. Very strong plate program for these two. Let's see if they're able to get anywhere. Shrivan goes down to the inside. Tim Ringo is going to follow. Michael Scott, he dives even lower than Tim Ringo. And here we go to the 20. 20 is going to try to take 2nd place here. And here comes the 8 of Doc Bear, 41 of Orlando Figueroa, and the 32 of Marcel Holos, all coming here on the inside lane. Meanwhile, Shrivan Miraj Prasad, he's going to come to the line, and he is going to lead this lap. Michael Scuttle moving to second. Orlando Figueroa in third. Marcel Hollis to fourth. And the Knacker in fifth. Jason Mudd, who's had a string of abysmal finishes to say the least. He needs a really good run. He's running up here in the sixth position. Not bad. In seventh, Victoria Ponchas. And just as soon as I thought they would be running single file, they start to break back up again. And that's only going to help Shrivon here, who is currently up front. Yeah, he's going to be able to maintain that lead by just a little bit because everyone's running 2-3 wide behind him. But now that we got the 20 and the 32 here starting to work together, they should be able to reel back into the 31. Take a look at lap 10. We can see here that the pack is definitely broken up. You can see here the main pack that's battling for the lead. You got the top 20 or so cars here. 22 cars are all up here in the main pack. And then we have Pack B back here, which is led by Luke Connor. You've also got Wesley Hicks back here. Sam Traxler, Nathan Foy, Lee Barrett, Max Stearns is back here. Alex Lubbers, Jesse Powers. Some lap traffic, some more lap traffic, and some more lap traffic. Ryan Leahy, odds-on favorite to win the race. Unscheduled pit stop. That is not good for them. Now the leaders have caught some more lap traffic, including pole sitter Jack Boucher, who made an unscheduled pit stop. Man, some people are desperately needing a caution right now. You can pit here without going down a lap, so you can be the beneficiary of a caution here, but ooh boy. And there we go. Whoa! Crazy. People sliding all over the place trying to pass one another. Victoria Ponchas is now going to go to the lead. Take a look at the fastest lap times. We said that we're going to be in excess of 200 miles an hour, and yes, sir, we are. Fastest lap time currently, Julio Cesar in the 6th with an average speed of 200.524 miles an hour. The average speed of 200 mile an hour barrier being broken by 4 different drivers today so far. Victoria Ponchas, Jason Mudd, Julio Cesar, and Marcel Hollis, the top 4. And here we go, Julio Cesar. He's going to want a little bit more. He dives down to the inside of Jason Mudd here. We'll see if that'll work. He's not going to have much help there on the inside lane, but he is using the shorter way around the track. And now Cesar jumps down to the inside. And now you're going to have Jason and Marcel slowly fall back. Orlando Figueroa coming back onto the track. And you can also see here Ryan Leahy falling back. You just see how much faster these guys are with the draft than without it. So the draft is a massive, massive gain. So the top 3 have really broken away with the lap traffic here. Cesar Gomez getting almost onto the apron there. That's definitely not a good strategy. No, you definitely want to keep it on the track surface here. With the high speeds, it's a safety concern, number 1. But number 2, the track's banked 33 degrees. You go on the apron, you're losing the nose. It's just that simple. Oh, we got a car blowing up back here. It's the 48 of Abdullah Alamari. Now, he is a lap down, so that's not going to be for position, but if he's unable to make it back to pit road, that will certainly bring out the yellow flag. And he is a long, long way from pit road. Wow, that is about the worst spot to blow an engine. No complaints of oil on the track. Track is clear. Race will continue. Meanwhile, Victoria Ponchas will dive down to pit road. Now that might be the start of scheduled pit stops. Julio Cesar will take the lead. See Dane Hammond here moving into the 2nd position. Isaac Passett, solid run, running in the 3rd position. Here comes Timothy Ringo here down to the inside. That's going to be for fourth. You can see here, is that Tanya Hardy? Is that going to be for position? It is. Tanya Hardy up here in the sixth position. And you can see here the Evernham Dodges, driven by Don Sharp and Devin Williams. They are trying to work together here. Some pit strategy certainly being worked here early on. And you can see Abdullah is able to make it to pit road. And a bunch of cars dive off to pit road here. Lots of them. And pretty much everyone else. So it's going to be interesting to see how the 09 and the 18 here, and the 15 for that matter, all these guys that ended up pitting on the previous lap, it'll be interesting to see how they end up coming back out. Devin Williams definitely still very much in it. Nelson Mayer, Jean-Michel Chung, Jack Boucher, all in that lead pack. So we'll see how much pitting early helped them or hurt them at that point. Well, I would think that a two-car draft goes a little bit faster than everything else. You can see them zooming by a bunch of cars here just leaving pit road. That's definitely a thumbs up, I would think, for pitting early. Yeah, because here's Julio Cesar and Isaac Passett. They're just coming back out onto the track now. And here comes everyone else. And Daryl Manning's going to assume the lead here, I would imagine. No, his momentum got cut off, I would think. Thomas Schwent trying to force the issue here. 3 wide for the lead. Nobody's got an advantage. Good Lord. I think Daryl Manning should have it here when they get to the line. We'll see what happens, how they score it. It'll be Schwent. Schwent will lead the lap. See the pack coming out sort of scattered, as is usual after pit stops. Pit stop times are of course variable, but usually the pack ends up congealing after a certain point. Pontius dives down to the inside. Inside. She's there. See if she'll be able to take the lead here. Definitely not the race I was expecting so far. Clean race here from the Talladega Superspeedway. Everyone playing it super nice so far. We haven't had an extremely bundled up pack here either. This has been a very 1997 Talladega-esque race where everyone's racing clean, everyone's racing smooth. No bumps, no bangs. It's just good, clean racing here from Talladega. Now, if you've never watched the 1997 Winston 500, go ahead and check that out. It is easily in the top 10 greatest NASCAR races of all time. Daryl Manning dives off to pit road. Problems for the 18. So that's not good. He was running fourth. You can see Victoria Pontius. She'll dive down to the inside, try to block Isaac Passett here. Go back a little bit further. We can see here Parker Ellenberg, Tim Ringo, Devin Williams, Gordon Leeming having a good run. Dane Hammond also having a good run. Marcel Holos just trying to continue his streak of top 20 finishes. He's finished in the top 20 every single race to this point in the season, which is mind-blowing because absolutely nobody else has even come close to doing that. So Marcel Holos just being very consistent, and right now running 13th, so looking to continue his streak of top 20 finishes. 19 of Don Sharp coming back on pit road. Along with people that pit earlier, that's the points leader, the Knacker. Oh boy. Daryl Manning coming back out after an unscheduled stop. And now we have a battle for the lead here as Isaac Gomez is going to go around Tanya Hardy. But Isaac Gomez is going to come to pit road. So issues for the 08 as well. Good Lord. So that's going to put the 8 of Doc Bear into the lead. Victoria Pontius second. Isaac Passett third. Julio Cesar fourth. And then we have Thomas Schwent rounding out the top 5. Tanya Hardy will move to 6th. That'll put Gordon Leeming in 7th. Parker Ellenberg in 8th. Devin Williams in 9th. And Timothy Ringo will round out the top 10. Going back a little further, Dane Hammond will be in 11th. Marcel 12th. Shrivon 13th. Jason 14th. We've got Cesar in 15th. Jean-Michel Chung 16th. His top 5 streak very much not likely to continue. Tristan Lin 17th. And then going further back, Alex Lubbers in 18th. Lee Barrett in 19th. And Nathan Foy will round out the top 20. It's your first half of the field here from Talladega. As we can see, the battle for 5th here. I'll be the battle for 7th. I apologize, the battle for 7th here. So, between Parker, Ringo, Devin Williams, Gordon Leeming, Dane Hammond. Tim trying to look down to the inside, trying to get around Parker. He's going to be able to. There we go. So Tim Ringo's going to take that position. Meanwhile, we go back to the lead battle, where we're having continuous swapping of positions here, as we've also got the lap car of Leighton Holland up here as well, starting to mix things up. Yep. All right. And, oh, whoa. Isaac Gomez going way up the track there with the unscheduled stop. He's going to fall a lap down all the way back to 28th. Here you have Doc Bear. He's going to dive down to the inside of Jesse Powers here. That'll put him another lap down. And now you see the 86 of Tanya Hardy. We'll see if Tanya is able to get a position here. Tanya going to be able to go to the lead. It's going to be really difficult. You got the 8 and the 15 car. Those two are teammates, so they're going to gang up with each other. 86 car, of course, being a one-man team. Hendrick affiliated. So if he can hook up with the 44, he would be in good shape. Tanya down to the inside. He's going to get around the 8 of Doc Bear. Very daunting task to do here at Talladega. Yeah, getting around, though, the 8 and the 15 is a very difficult task to do at this track, but she's able to do it. Tanya Hardy to the lead. Now we have Isaac Passett here. As you can see, the 8 car falling further and further back. Isaac Passett waiting to put a move on Schwent. Goes down to the inside. Tanya going to the outside of Michael Scott. Same thing with Tom Schwent. Isaac Passett, he gets blocked down here on the inside. Was that the right move, though? Find out. I think Schwent's going to be able to clear Michael Scott here, and he will. But that's going to block Doc Bear from really going anywhere, so doesn't really gain or lose anything there. So pretty much a push move there out of Isaac Passett. And now we've got problems for Ryan Allen. Slow and off the track. He's slowing down way too fast, too. This is going to bring out a yellow flag. You might watch the intensity crank up a little bit as we have an impending yellow flag coming. We'll see when or if they throw it. He's stopped. I don't know if they'll throw it. They're not going to throw it because the car is safely off the racetrack. They're going to be able to get the car off the racetrack in a way, especially in a risk-free area, down into the grass in turn 1. You really don't have to worry about that. So no caution is going to be displayed for that incident. It's definitely a possibility. I saw Jean-Michel Chung going on a pit road. So a lot of pit stops going on here that are definitely unscheduled. So lots of issues that were unforeseen here from the people driving here at Talladega. Not exactly what we were expecting. Victoria Pontius down to the inside here of Tanya. That'll be for the lead if she's able to get there. Not too often that you hear the phrase, 2 women battling for the lead at the Talladega Superspeedway, but here we are in 2020. Racing has changed and evolved, folks. The women's revolution is upon us. 1, 2, Tanya Hardy, Victoria Pontius, 3rd, Doc Bear. Isaac Passett holding on by a string for 4th. Thomas Schwent's going to get that. Isaac Passett will fall back to 4th. Julio Cesar to 5th, as I think we're going to get some cars peeling off for pit stops. The 09, 8, and 15 are going in. See if anyone in Pack B is going to go in here. Thought I saw someone peel off, but I guess not. Nobody in Pack B opting to pit. Everyone opting to stay out there. In Packs B and C. So an interesting pit strategy to say the least. We'll see how it ends up working out. And now you'll see here Isaac Passett and Julio Cesar. They'll peel off the track along with Michael Scott, lapped car. Always good to pit with a buddy. What's not good is to complete a lap without a buddy, and Tanya's going to try to do that. Not a very smart move here. Looks like everyone from Pack B except for Tim Ringo and Marcel Holos is going to pit. Pack C, some takers, not all. Going back to the leader is Tanya. You gotta imagine she has to pit this lap. Yeah, she's absolutely got to pit this lap. No doubt about it. And here we go. She'll bring it down. All the way down from over 180 miles an hour down to just 55 miles an hour. Very hard braking. Very difficult to do, especially with the tuned down brakes that they would run here at Talladega. You can see everyone peeling off the track there. Those are all lapped cars. As I try to figure out now, here we go. Your leader would be Isaac Passett. So the 44 Passett having a very good run here. Now the question will be, do they have enough to make it all the way to the end? Ooh, that's going to be a very difficult question to answer. Because I'm seeing 15 laps, 15 laps. That's not going to get you to lap 47. We'll see who might be able to stretch it out. Right now, you'll see the 86 here get flown by here on the apron. Tanya making the risk of staying out when everyone else pit. Maybe it wasn't that much of a risk because it looks like she's actually going to come out as the leader. She's about to get blown by here in turn 3. You can see Doc Bear lining up to go by her on the outside lane. Maybe try to cut across her going here off of turn 4 and going into the tri-oval. That's exactly his plan. And Tanya not able to throw the block in time. Your leader after pit stops, number 8, Doc Bear. As you can see, Thomas Schwint and Julio Cesar now lie further back. Daryl Manning is now in the 7th position. Gordon Leeming 8th. Dane Hammond 9th. Devin Williams rounding out the top 10. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting because the people that ended up pitting early before, they pit early because they knew they would have to make a third stop on this strategy. Oh my god, it's a genius idea. They're like, hey, we're going to have a clean race here. Let's go ahead and play a little bit of pit strategy while everybody else tries to stretch it out on 2 stops. Let's go 3. I'm with it. And you can see Daryl Manning already coming to pit road, so maybe these are scheduled pit stops. My, oh my. We are seeing some potential 6th-dimensional chess going on here at the Talladega Superspeedway. As we can see, Tanya Hardy going underneath Isaac Passett here. She'll move into the 2nd position. Isaac falls back. You can see Luke Connor, Michael Scott, Ryan Leahy. Those guys are all a lap down or more. Luke Connor in the 32nd position. Michael Scott 33rd. Ryan Leahy 34th. So they're all battling for their own positions. They're just not on the lead lap. Victoria Pontius desperately trying to cling to the tail end of the draft here. But unfortunately, I think she's going to lose it within the next couple of laps here. If she hasn't lost it already, she's going to need a Hail Mary in order to be able to catch back up. I don't think she's lost it quite yet, but it's definitely starting to get a little weak. These guys are going over 200 miles an hour going down that back straightaway. Yeah, I saw Isaac Passett there on the speedometer, over 207 miles an hour going into turn number 3. These guys are definitely lighting up the speed charts right now while leading this race. We'll see just how fast they'll go here. We'll go ahead and get the speedometer back up here. See if we can tell how fast they're going here. We'll watch Isaac Passett if he's going to rocket here off of turn 4. But Doc Bear stopped pushing him. Despite that, still 204 miles an hour going into turn 3. Very strong run. Yeah, the 09 is now nowhere to be seen. Way back here, she's completely lost the draft. And here we go. Doc Bear over 200 miles an hour on the front stretch. That'll be able to get him underneath Tanya Hardy. Doc Bear trying to go around. And you have Wesley Hicks there in the 50, one of the drivers that needed a real good run. Jean-Michel Chung, one of the drivers playing an alternate pit strategy. I really want to see how this ends up turning out. Please don't give us a caution. Please. Please don't give us a caution. Because things are going to get very interesting. If any of these leaders are able to stay out and not have to pit, they're going to look like $1 million. Any of them. Marcel Holos is up into 7th. Yeah, his top 20 streak is probably going to continue, regardless of pit strategy. You can see Tanya starting to get shuffled back here in this mini pack. We go here, Wesley Hicks 23rd, Michael Scott 24th, Ryan Leahy 25th, and Jean-Michel Chung 26th. So that is all for our position, but 1 lap down. Meanwhile, this is the battle for the lead. Doc Bear in the 8, Isaac Passett in the 44. See what kind of run they're able to get here through the tri-oval and down into turn 1. Up over 200 miles an hour again. And these guys do scrub off almost 10 miles an hour in the corners. That's just due to the lack of grip in the racing surface. These cars do slide around quite a bit in the draft, so they are going to scrub off a decent amount of miles an hour while going through the corners. Over 200 going into turn 3, so we're talking these guys are going in excess of 200 miles an hour and going into both of these turns. Oh, absolutely. Here we go. Tanya wants her lead back. She's going to get it. And that'll bring us to 9 laps to go. So Tanya is going to be your leader. Let's go ahead and run you through the current top 10. Tanya is your leader. We've got Doc Bear in second, Isaac Passett in third. That's the battle that we've been showing you all race. Julio Cesar in fourth, Tom Schwent in fifth. Victoria Pontius has fallen all the way back here to sixth, and it doesn't look like she's getting any faster. Potentially a mechanical failure on the 09. We'll have to find out. In the 7th position, we have a 3-way battle between Gordon Leeming, Marcel Holos, and Parker Ellenberg. That's currently led by Gordon Leeming. That's actually now going to be led by Parker Ellenberg. So put Ellenberg in 7th, Leeming 8th, Holos 9th. And then you would put Shrivon in 10th, but now put Shrivon in 9th as they're going to go 4 wide here. That's not good. Shrivon to 9th, Marcel Holos to 10th. And now Marcel's going to go to the inside of Shrivon. So very fluid between those 4 drivers for the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th positions. Devin Williams, he's currently in 11th. Dane Hammond 12th. In 13th, we've got Max Stearns, 14th. Alex Lubbers, 15th. Timothy Ringo, 16th. Lee Barrett, all running very well. Nathan Foy, we've got him in 17th. Cesar Ramirez in 18th. Sam Trexler, 19th. And then rounding out the top 20, Jason Mudd in the 22. Christian Lynn in 21st. And then we have nobody else on the lead lap. That's it. That's everyone. 7 laps to go. And now everyone's going to be collectively holding their breath. Who's going to be able to make it on fuel? Who's not going to be able to make it on fuel? Can any of the people who were playing 6-dimensional chess earlier today with pitch strategy, will any of them be in position to win this race? Ooh, that's a tough one. That is an extremely tough one. Doc Bear back here in the lead, and now Tanya Hardy dives down. What a move here going through turn 1. Wow. That takes some cojones there, folks, to be able to trust the car is going to handle with a cut down of that degree going through turn 1. Hell of a move there by Tanya Hardy. She's going to, if she's able to stick it out there, she's probably going to win the race between these 3. She's got the best car between them. Now the laps are just slowly ticking away. 5 laps to go. Will Tanya be able to hold on? Will Isaac Passett be able to put a move on? I don't see the 09. Well, the 09's obviously not going to be up there. No, I don't see the 6 of Julio Cesar. I think he pulled off to pit road. Isaac Passett to pit road. Oh boy, it's going to be a short sprint for whoever ends up doing the best here on pit road. Tanya stayed out the longest before, and she's got some drafting help this time around. It paid off for her before. Will it pay off for her now? Well, I like this strategy because she knows she's going to come out in front of everybody, and that was without the help of the draft, and here she is with the help of the draft, so she might come way out in front of everybody. This is going to be very interesting to see how this ends up coming out, because they're only going to have, at most, 2 laps to be able to reel in this 86 car. So here we go. This pit stop will decide the race. She gets down onto the brakes, pulls it down into pit road hard. 55-mile-an-hour speed limit on pit road. Meanwhile, Marcel Holos, he's still out here on the track. He's not going to be able to make it. He'll take the hard left turn. Alex Lovers, Lee Barrett, Timothy Ringo, none of them able to make it. Nathan Foy will make the hard left onto pit road. He was running 6th. Here's Isaac Passett in 7th. There's Doc Bear. So Doc Bear is way back behind Isaac Passett. It's going to be interesting to see where this 86 car comes out. She's already entering turn 1. Will Isaac be able to get to her? Oh boy, she's far down the back straightaway. She's got a full straightaway lead on Isaac Passett. Well, half a straightaway. Will Isaac be able to make that up in 2 laps with just a 1-car draft? You'll be surprised how much faster they go. It'll be interesting to see. So now that puts Parker up into the 5th position. Julio Cesar to 6th. Marcel Holos just came back onto the track. That'll put him in 7th. See everyone else slowly coming back in. Oh boy, the lead is 4 seconds right now. 4 seconds. Tanya only doing a speed of 174 miles an hour on average. The last average speed out of Isaac Passett, 193.8. And increasing here because they're going to have Wesley Hicks with them. Oh my good lord. Did Tanya pull the correct pit strategy or not? Too late to tell. Staying out the extra lap. Saving the extra mile. Will she be able to hold on to the lead, or will Isaac Passett be able to come on? White flag, 1 lap to go. The lead has been cut in half in a lap. They're going side by side. That'll slow down Isaac. He's not going to get there in time. 195-mile-an-hour lap time there by Isaac Passett. He's flying. Him and the 00 are flying around this track, but Tanya's doing her very level best to try to hold on. She isn't going to win it with speed. She's going to win it with wit. And the car is just along for the ride. Tanya's going to come through the tri-oval here of Talladega and come onto the front straightaway where she will win the 8th race of Force 13 racing here at Talladega. After missing the first 2 races of the season due to not qualifying, Tanya Hardy plays pit strategy perfectly and will pick up the win here from Talladega. I don't think anybody could have seen that winner today. Number 86, taking the victory. The person that will receive the bonus points, that'll go to Julio Cesar and Isaac Passett, tying for the fastest lap. Both of them will get the 5 bonus points for the fastest lap. And that's going to conclude today's coverage here from Talladega. Well, we'll go ahead and take a look at the official standings. As you can see here, 25 people end up finishing on the lead lap. Luke Katz and Abdullah Almari end up being as the only 2 drivers with a DNF, which is definitely hurt for both of them as they both really needed a solid run today. So that'll conclude our coverage from Talladega. Next week, we're going to be going to the Charlotte Motor Speedway for one of the most fun races under the lights you'll ever see. We will see you then.